Good rising, brethren. This is Big Judah coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praises to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is the Holy Spirit. Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Prayer to the Most High blesses this lesson this evening, gives us more knowledge and understanding of the events of the past, in order to understand the events that are currently happening on the earth. So we get a much better understanding of things that are soon to come on the earth. I had seen this video a few days back, but I can't find it again. So if anyone else has seen it, maybe they know which one it is, I can put it in the description box. But I saw that Malcolm did a video on this, and I wanted to kind of use a little section of it because what this lady says, there's some truth to what she's saying, but some things are really off because if you don't understand about the um, the Most High's people, the Most High's how He gave an inheritance to certain people, you're gonna have a different understanding of what is going on. Right here, we're gonna play a little bit over a minute of this video, and she's gonna be talking about, the elites being done with America, and that how the first lockdown was just in preparation to kind of see, what they need to do for planning for the second lockdown, and the second lockdown is going to be the last one, the end. And she makes some good points, but they don't understand what's really going on right here. But we're going to break it down for them this evening. All right. So we're going to listen to this minute here. Check out what she says. Very good points. How America has come to the end. The vast majority of the world, the vast majority of Americans have not come to that conclusion yet. They don't understand that. I think in their spirits, they're starting to understand, but they're empty vessels. They don't know anything else. They don't know anything other than having a good time, enjoying themselves. And now she's going to talk about how those days and those times are over. Let's check it out here real quick. It was a live exercise because government was measuring how much does it take to lock every city down, how people react, what the resistance would look like, how much they can fire hoaxes, and how the fear-based mind control works, and how they can fool everyone to pull their agenda because they are done with United States. It's over. Friends, it's over. There is no more United States. We are living our very last days here. Sisters, it's the last days of putting on lipstick. It's the last days of taking your family for dinner. Okay. This is what I want to say to you. The second lockdown will be permanent. The person told me, wherever you are at the second lockdown, plan on either dying there or surviving there if possible, depending on how prepared you are. Okay. So, like she said, the good old dainties, all the fun stuff, all of the blessings for the Gentiles, all the blessings for the Hebrews that have made that covenant with Esau, all those days are done. But they make it seem as if the elites are done with Israel. I mean, with the Americas. But that's not the case at all. Okay, that's not the case at all. They're not done. Okay, they are not done. They make it seem as if somehow they're finished, and that they've made a choice now to walk away because they're done with America. Now let's go ahead and go to this other area right here I have set up. Okay, because these people are not done with them. They were not done with America. Okay, the Most High is done with them. And see, that's what's not being portrayed. That's what these people are not getting right now, is that The Most High is the one who is done with them being here. That's why on the back of that $20 bill, when you flipped it upside down and it showed 2020 and the face mask, that was, let them know that they know that their time was done here. The 420 times 20, the 400 years. I said all that means that they were, the Most High was done with them, and He is the one who sweeps people off the land. See, the Americas. If those, well, we know that those are the Most High's lands that He gave as inheritance to His chosen people. These are the best lands. There is infinite wealth here. So why do you think all of a sudden the elites just decided all of a sudden they're done with America? See, they're not done with America. The Most High is done with them. And now He is sweeping them off the lands. And that's what's going on right now. You got to understand, see, the enemy, the wicked, they are great at just pretty much copying everything the Most High does. That's all that they do. They're not people or spirits that can make things up. They're not spirits that can, be original. All they can do is copy. So they've been taking our lands, and it's been pretty much their ATM that they've been, pulling money out of for the last 500 years. They've been trying to imitate, these great lands over there in the three parts. But we know that they didn't have any of this stuff until they got over here. They didn't have any of this wealth until they got over here. So if you had access, like they did, the wicked, to an ATM that was pretty much infinite money, you can get infinite amount of money. Why would you ever walk away from that? So you wouldn't. No one would ever walk away from an ATM that just has an infinite amount of money and can just give money forever, can give resources forever. See, they're trying to make it seem as if they're the ones that are breaking up. Breaking up with the girlfriend. See, this is exactly what's going on. It's when you know that your girl, you got a beautiful woman, and all of a sudden she's sick and tired of you, and she's about to dump you. But you want to say, hey, no, no, no. I broke up with her first, knowing that she's about to break up with you. That's exactly what you're seeing right now. The Most High is about to destroy the Gentiles and the people who don't belong here. But they want to make it seem like, oh, no, 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 the Gentiles are done with America. They're done, and they're leaving. No, they're leaving because the Most High already told them your time is up. Keep it moving, and that's exactly what they've been doing, except for the ones who are now stuck here. So they can sit there and say that, oh, they're all setting up for the second lockdown. See, nothing that they have planned is going to work, and it's especially not going to work in our lands anymore. So just like I said, they're trying to quickly break up with the girlfriend before before the girlfriend can find them. Trying to break up over text message before the girlfriend can come and dump them. So they can try to say that, oh, I broke up with you. I broke up with you first. That's what you're seeing right now. Just like, you know, who would walk away from an ATM that just gives money like nothing and never runs out of money, never runs out of resources? Nobody would. Who would walk away from these lands willingly? No one would. When how beautiful these lands are, how important these lands are, and how much of a blessing they are. These are like who would walk away from the blessings of Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 15? No one would. Well, those blessings are tied to the land. So see, the Most High is switching it and giving us our blessing back, and they're leaving. They're being forced to leave. The Most High is going to cleanse these lands. So see, that's what's going on right now. But see, they don't want to admit that. So then they give you, a lot of our brethren are still stuck with the Balfour declarations and saying that that was somehow biblical prophecy. See, all that was again them trying to just copy what really happened earlier and try to make it seem as if that the stuff that happened, like they always talk about, the Holocaust and what happened to Ish, because they always try to make it seem like everything for biblical prophecy is happening in the three parts. There have been millions and millions of people that died before World War II. Way more, hundreds and hundreds of millions, probably billions of our people who have died before. But they don't want to talk about that. They will talk about the Balfour Declaration and how that was, pretty much the fulfillment of biblical prophecy by giving the lands back. But we know that that was not biblical prophecy. The prophecy of taking lands, taking our lands into their possession happened way before the 1940s. That was started right here with Dum Diversus, until different. Well, that until different is now. That until different has begun in 2020. When you look on the $20 bill and you start to see how it wasn't the Most High, it wasn't them that got tired of being here. It's now the Most High is tired of the Gentiles and the other nations being here. So this was their authorization to come and take over our lands. And like I said, come look at it. Just let's look at the numbers. Dum Diversus was responsible for the killings of hundreds of millions of our people. The Balfour Declaration did not do any of that. So as you can tell, this was the beginning. See, they're always about trying to look forward and not look back. They're always into looking forward, and as far as prophecy is concerned, like there's all these things that have to be that they have to fulfill going forward. But they don't ever want you to look back and see how many of these things have already, been completed, been fulfilled. So right here, until different is a papal bull issued June 18th, 1452 by Pope Nicholas V. It authorized Alfonso V of Portugal to conquer Saracens and pagans and consign them to perpetual servitude. We have been in perpetual servitude this whole time. So this is the fulfillment of the biblical prophecies about the taking over of our lands. Deuteronomy 28, the curses, 15 through 16 through 68. These, okay, this right here, this papal bull right here, you can look at the Balfour Declaration and the papal bull right here and compare them and see which one was responsible for the death and murder of our people. Which one was responsible for the stealing of our lands? Which one was the one that forced us into servitude to our enemies? Which one has been in effect for you know 400 to 500 plus years? So if you put the Balfour Declaration and this next to each other, which one actually fits prophecy better? This one does, right here. Until different. Well, that different is now. Right after at the end of 2019, everything is different. Everything is until different. Until different right now is that these Gentiles aren't in control anymore. They don't control everything anymore. And the Most High is quickly taking, their hands off of our lands and off of our people. So like I said, so when you go back to what that lady said and how she was talking about, the rich, the elites are done with our lands. No, they're not. The Most High has taken them and their power away. So that is the until different. And see, all they did was they knew about these prophecies. They knew they were going to be sent over here. They knew they were going to be able to destroy, rape, rob, and murder and steal. And that's what they've been doing. So to get ahead of that at the end, they had to go ahead and make up some little something like the Balfour Declaration. And they had to go ahead and try to make up some, you know, them, ish being destroyed in order to try to fit biblical prophecy. But see, show me them actually fulfilling the 400-year prophecy at any other time. When were they or anybody else put into subjection and slavery for 400 years? We've already proven that this did not happen over there in the so-called Middle East. So now you got to go and look somewhere else where this has happened for 400 years, and you're only going to find that here in the Americas. So prophecy has been fulfilled. But see, they're going to tell you that this is all stuff that's going to go in the future. All these things are still happening in the future. So you will not look back in the past. You will not look at dumb diversity. You will not look at what our people have already gone through. But it doesn't matter if they believe. It doesn't matter if they agree. These prophecies have already been fulfilled. So now the time of fulfilling what's about to happen to the Gentiles is here. And just like that lady said, no more time for lipstick, no more time for parties, no more time for you get to stay at home while our people work to themselves to death to try to make ends meet. No more sports arenas, no more huge, venues for all these fine sports events that you guys want. It's time to pay the piper now. All praise is to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is the Holy Spirit. Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.